have the opportunity to meet and engage in discussion with our chairperson and team of experts. We will also highlight important strategies to support your university in improving its performance in the UI Green Metric Sustainable University Rankings 2026. It is my great honor to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Abelia Anggiwardani as Vice Chairperson of UI Green Metric, who will be delivering the opening remarks. Ms. Sabrina Hikmah Ramadianti, SSE, as a Manager of Program Partnerships and Communications, who will be delivering the main presentation. Dr. Rahmi Eshum MSc PhD, Manager of Operations, Data, and Service Development, who will be assisting us during the Q&A session. The assessors and management team of UI Green Metric, as well as rectors, vice rectors, deans, and campus sustainability teams from Asia, Africa, and Australia. The session will be divided into 3 parts. First, we will begin with the Vice Chairperson's opening remarks, introducing the UI Green Metric Sustainable University Rankings and its global network. Second, we will proceed with the main presentation on the 2026 UI Green Metric Sustainable University Rankings Indicators and the data submission process. And finally, we will have a Q&A session. If you would like to ask a question, feel free to submit your questions in the Q&A feature. To officially open today's session, we are honored to invite the Vice Chairperson of UI Green Metric, Dr. Abelia Anggiwardani, Eshum MA, to deliver the opening remarks. To Dr. Abelia, we warmly invite you to begin your opening remarks. The time and screen are yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Caroline, as the Master of Ceremony for today's session. Am I audible?
Yes.
Everything is good. Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and probably in Australia, good evening, everyone, distinguished participants here, rector, vice rectors, dean. Sorry, it's just a bit noisy here. Okay. So yeah, on behalf of Dr. Wisnu Juwono, Chairperson of UI Green Metric, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this information session. I think this is the 3rd one for universities in Asia, Africa, and Australia. So we have done this before, I think last month, and then prior to that, I think in February. So I believe this is the last information session, and we do hope that you will, all of you who have spared your time to come to this session will gain information and also knowledge about how our submission process and the new methodology and also the new indicator that we just introduced for this year. And I believe that today's speaker, Ms. Sabrina, together with Dr. Rahmi, they will help you to go through all the process and then all the information that you need to know to submit your evidence to be part of UI Green Metric. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask questions at the end of the session. And at the same time, I would like to emphasize that universities, especially in Asia and Africa and Australia, they are all the biggest part, the majority of the part of UI Green Metric networks, and we truly value the universities in this region. And these regions actually represent the most diverse context, rapid development, and also strong potential to lead transformative change. So established in 2010, and it has gone through 16 years. UI Green Metric, now we have more than 1,700 universities around the world with more than 100 countries joining us. We do hope that this year we will gather more universities reaching to 2,000 universities worldwide, and then we will grow our network. And then we also would like to see changes, not just in terms of the policy, but also the implementation of the green initiative, the sustainability ideas throughout the campus that are part of UI Green Metric. I think that's all from my side. Thank you so much, Caroline. And then I hope that we do have a lot of fruitful discussions for today's meeting. Thank you so much. I give back to you, Caroline. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abelia, for your inspiring opening remarks. We will now proceed to the main part of our session. It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Ms. Sabrina Hikmah Ramadianti, SSE, as the Manager of Program, Partnerships, and Communications of the UI Green Metric. Ms. Sabrina Hikmah Ramadianti, SSE, is a sustainability professional currently serving as the Manager for Program, Partnerships, and Communications at UI Green Metric, and having dedicated herself to the organization since 2017. She began her journey as an international communication and analyst in sustainability, accumulating over 8 years of experience in managing global green campus standards. Her expertise is further bolstered by strategic roles within the Ministry of Education and Culture of Indonesia, where she served as the Regional Program Coordinator for Asia for the Indonesian International Student Mobility Awards, or IISMA program, from 2021 to 2022, and as Assistant to the Deputy Chairman of Campus Merdeka in 2022. With a foundational background in the renewable energy sector, specifically in the geothermal field analysis in 2016, Ms. Sabrina brings a well-rounded and practical approach to the international educational diplomacy and global sustainability partnerships. Today, Ms. Sabrina will present key updates on UI Green Metric Sustainable University Rankings 2026 and how universities can align their initiatives with global goals, including the Sustainability Development Goals, or SDGs. And last one, practical strategies to strengthen your campus's sustainability profile. So, Ms. Sabrina, we warmly invite you to begin your presentation. The time and screen are yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Caroline. Hello, good morning or afternoon, university leaders and sustainability team in Asia, Australia countries. It's a great honor and pleasure to welcome you to the webinar. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. On this occasion, allow me to share again about the 2026 instrument and methodology and updates to realize a sustainable campus as well as UI Green Metric services. Okay, next. I would like to start with what is UI Green Metric? It is a global university ranking initiated by the Universitas Indonesia in 2010 to measure sustainability performance. Unlike traditional rankings that focus solely on research or reputation, UI Green Metric evaluates how universities manage their infrastructure, environment, and education to support sustainable practices. The goal is to raise awareness and motivate institutions to improve. UI Green Metric also promotes data transparency and evidence-based policies. UI Green Metric empower universities to become role models in sustainable development. This year, UI Green Metric has introduced a new brand in identity under the name UI Green Metric Sustainable University Ranking, accompanied by a new logo and a newly redesigned website. Our vision is to be an open and respected world university ranking system and to have a sustainable impact on university globally. We have 4 core missions: organizing annual ranking, posture, and encouraging the implementation of sustainable practices, providing sustainability-related services, and facilitating international partnership. These missions are more than just a statement. We believe that by helping university measure and improve their sustainability effort, we can contribute to solving global environmental challenges. Our work support the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and foster innovation at the university level. For 2026, there are 7 main criteria in calculating the Sustainable University ranking, with weighting including setting and infrastructure 11%, energy and climate change 20%, water 11%, waste 17%, education and research 13%, transportation 17%, and our news criteria governance and digitalization at 11%. On the next slide, I will discuss the summary of the 2026 changes. In the 2026 reform instrument summary, the most significant change in the increasing in categories from 6 to 7, with the introduction of governance and digitalization, GD, while the total score remains at 10,000, the point distribution per criteria has changed. The 2026 form will also require more supporting data for the university profile at the partnership section. And furthermore, these tables show comparisons of weightings between 2025 and 2026. There was a decrease in point across 6 key indicators compared to the previous years. These points were transferred to the new GD criteria to strengthen digital governance and transparency. In 2026, the weighting of the setting and infrastructure criteria was adjusted from 15% to 11%. The primary focus remains on the ratio of open space, campus vegetation, and inclusive facilities for people with disability, special need, and pregnant women. The energy and climate change criteria now carries a 20% weighting. We remain committed to prioritizing energy efficient equipment, implementing smart building technology, and increasing the use of renewable energy on campus. Moving on the waste criteria in 2026, our focus remain on the effectiveness of the 3R program: reduce, reuse, recycle, and how the university minimize paper and plastic use. We also assess the extent to which organic, inorganic, and toxic waste be treated and managed responsibly. In water criteria, the assessment weighting is set at 11%. The assessment focuses on the extent of water absorption areas, conservation program, and the use of water-saving equipment on campus. For the transportation criteria, assessment focus on reducing private vehicle use, providing shuttle services, and availability of zero-emission vehicle (ZEV) and pedestrian path. As with the previous criteria, the ICT aspect related to the transportation was not removed, but rather relocated to the GD criteria. The education and research criteria no more precisely assess academic output. Key indicators include the ratio of sustainability time courses, scientific publication, and the number of student-led startup. We also begin monitoring the percentage of graduates employed in green job. It should be noted that this criteria purely assess academic and service aspect. Administrative indicators such as website management, sustainability report, and management units have been moved entirely to the governance and digitalization criteria. Okay, this is our newest criteria, governance and digitalization. Here we assess management commitment through the percentage of the sustainability budget, the availability of transparent financial report, and the role of management unit. The use of cutting-edge technology like AI and IoT is also a new assessment point, as our issues of equality through the ratio of female leaders and anti-corruption system. This criteria is the new home for all website reporting and ICT indicator that were previously spread across various other categories. Okay, next, we'll explain the UI grammatic ranking data, especially in Asia and Australia country. This one is by the 2025, we had 1,745 universities from 105 countries participating in UI Grammatic ranking, a significant increase from 2024. While Asia represented our largest participant, best with 1,061 university, we also maintain a strong presence in Europe and also in Latin America. We hope this session will drive even higher participation and encourage more universities to commit to the sustainable campus movement. Okay, next, according to the UI Grammatic 2025 data for the Asia and Oceania, a total of 1,063 universities participated across both Asia and Oceania. The distribution show a particularly strong presence in Asia country, like with Indonesia, we have 196, and then Pakistan, Malaysia, Philippines, Iraq, and we have strong also in Africa, in Egypt. There are 38 university join UI Grammatic, and then Nigeria, Algeria, Kenya, and Tunisia. And on the next slide, I will explain what drive university to get involved in UI Grammatic, or what the benefit you if you join the UI Grammatic. UI Grammatic provide a structured data-driven assessment tool to help university measure their sustainability performance. This assessment promotes transparency, support continuous improvement, and allows university to compare their achievement against global standard and peer institution. Furthermore, participation in UI Grammatic serve as a powerful catalyst for enhancing global visibility and institutional reputation. By demonstrating leadership in sustainability, university gain significant international recognition through global ranking, scholarly publication, and prestigious international forums. A participating university gain exclusive access to a vast global network. This network serves as a vibrant platform for peer learning and collaborative sustainability initiative. As you can see in this photo, and perhaps some of you in this webinar were among the fellows we see here. We actively foster this connection through high-level global gathering. On the left, we highlight the International Leaders Sustainability Meeting held at Abu Dhabi University in February 2025. on the right, you can see the Gathering Forum of International Workshop on UI Grammatic, WGM in Nice, France. And the center one is we have a special moment in WGM as well in Indonesia. And UI Grammatic encourage university to integrate the sustainable development goals into their core mission. The education and research criteria itself has the largest number of SDGs, with 13 points being included. And UI Grammatic is more than a ranking. It is a strategic roadmap for institutional transformation. Our framework guides you through for critical pillars: strategic planning, infrastructure, waste management, and education, turning data-driven insight into real-world environmental impact. Moving on the next slide, I'll explain the data collection process in the UI Grammatic. The data submission period will be conducted online from February 26 to June 30, that is 2026. Maybe we still have like 1 month remain for the deadline. Meanwhile, the data validation period will be conducted from July to August 2026. The ranking result will be announced in September 2026. And this year, in our review process, what distinguishes us from other ranking in the terms of quality control is that our reviewers are not only from Universitas Indonesia, but also from outside Universitas Indonesia. Okay, we are excited to unveil our new redesigned website, which offers a more intuitive and user-friendly experience. You can now access all our last data ranking and even updates at a new official address, uigrammatic.com. The platform is designed to better support our global community in our shared mission for a greener future. As previously, participating in the ranking is entirely free of charge, and data collection is conducted exclusively online. And for universities that have previously participated in the UI Grammatic ranking, the username and password remain unchanged. So you can use your username and password last year. However, if your university is new to the UI Grammatic ranking, you can register first your university via our new website, uigrammatic.com/register/university, or send us an email at support@uigrammatic.com. The questionnaire layout remains largely unchanged. However, please allow me to give a brief overview for new participants. The following show the online questionnaire in the profile section. So you need to fill the profile section first before you complete questionnaire 7 criteria. So you can move to the section for the 7 criteria. You can also view the online questionnaire for each criteria. For the 2026 questionnaire, university may choose to upload evidence as a PDF or via link. Next, this is a template view for filling out the evidence. Please create good evidence and good quality of evidence. You need to make sure your evidence is in line with your answer. The following is a display of the questionnaire when you submit your data. In this questionnaire, we'll also display a pop-up regarding your consent to submit your data. And this one is, how are university score calculated? Its indicator has a maximum score, for example, 200 points. The final score is calculated by multiplying the indicator point by the multiplier of your answer choices. For example, if an indicator is worth 200 points and you choose the second point with a weight of 0.25, your automatically score is 50 points. Therefore, it's crucial to choose the option that most accurately reflect the actual condition on campus. Okay, what if two universities have the same total score? We implement a tie-breaking protocol. The energy criteria score will be prioritized first. If the score remains the same, the water criteria score will be considered, followed by the transportation criteria score. If the three categories still produce identical score, the assessment sequence will continue to education, infrastructure, water, and finally governance and categories. On the next slide, I will explain our service package information to you. Our service covers 6 card sections, including consulting, ranking tracker, tree rating, event global branding, and SDGs report. To assess this service, we offer silver, gold, and platinum package. The silver package includes 1 online consultation. The gold package includes 2 consultations. The platinum package offers 3 consultations and additional 3 rating certificate. We are confident that this service can help your university improve its sustainability program. We also have an SDGs report service package. The package includes comprehensive guidance for data collection and the preparation of an SDGs report group aligned with international standard. For information about our service package price, please feel free to contact us through the email or phone number provided for further discussion. Okay, next, there are 4 main benefits for university to take our package. The first one, support your agrimetric activity around the world. The second one, showcase your university's best practices in implementing sustainability. And the third one is promote university to more than 1,700 university. And the fourth one is gaining in-depth insight into university performance in UI Agrimetric as well as steps to improve it. And the last is building partnership to achieve SDGs 17 goals. Our service have had a significant impact on many universities. Several universities have improved their sustainability score by joining our program. Additionally, certain universities have maintained their top position for over 3 years. We focus on using real data to help universities take action. We also help build a green community on campus. With our support, university can turn their plans into meaningful change. Here are some national and international agenda. You can join our event. I would like to highlight with the announcement of UI Agrimetric. The global announcement will be arranged in Azerbaijan, Baku. Our host is Azerbaijan State Oil and Industry University. So you can join our event for the announcement and result in 2023 until 25 September. Okay, maybe the next one is the important event. You can join our international workshop this year in Germany. This now the timeline is for abstract submission. So we are looking forward your abstract until 18 June. So if you join our event, you can submit abstract, or you can choose if you want just participate. It will be fine. Okay, this one is confirm your attendance. You can confirm your attendance here. But before next session, I have another slide. Okay, today we will also to share an initiative that we believe can help universities showcase their sustainability achievement more actively on the global stage. We call this initiative Turning Campus Impact into Global Recognition. In simple terms, it's about helping universities transform their sustainability activity into a strong, well-structured SDGs report that delivers strategic value and international visibility. Today, many universities are already doing remarkable work in sustainability, including community engagement and outreach programs, sustainability-related research, energy efficiency initiative, waste management programs, social impact project, and green campus policies. However, one common challenge in the data support this achievement is often scattered across different units within the institution. Some information may be held by faculty, administrative officer, project team, or individual coordinator. As a result, data collection becomes time-consuming, coordination require significant effort, and many impactful initiatives are not communicated effectively to the wider international community. This is where UI Grammatic can provide support. We help university collect, organize, and strategic formulate their sustainability data into a professional SDGs book that can be used for various international purposes. On the key of one of the key advantages of this program is that it's designed to be efficient and manageable for university. The SDGs book sprint program typically runs from May or maybe we have in June, and usually require only 2 to 3 coordinating meetings. Meanwhile, much of the analytic work, including data analysis, narrative development, editorial review, and document formatting, is carried out by the UI Grammatic team. This means university can participate without being burdened by lengthy administrative process. What makes this process unique is that we do not simply collection data. We work to understand the story and impact behind its initiative, because sustainability is not only about number, it is also about how a program create meaningful impact, how policies are implemented, and how a university contribute to the sustainable development goals can be communicated in a more visible and compelling way. Our process include data preparation, analysis and interpretation, synthesis and strategic framing, editorial structure, and refinement. All of these stages are carried out collaboratively with the university. Several institutions have already partnered with UI Grammatic to strengthen their sustainability report effort, including Universitas Indonesia and UIN Padang. Through this process, sustainability initiatives become more than just internal report. They become strategic assets that support global branding, international visibility, international partnership, and institutional position as a university that genuinely committed to the sustainability. The final output of fully developed SDGs book draft. This document is well structured, verified, professional formatted, and ready to be utilized for a wide range institutional purposes. And we can start in June. Okay, maybe next. Okay. In addition, the format is aligned with UI grammatic framework, making it highly relevant for any university participating in sustainability assessment and ranking. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in learning more about our SDGs book service package, please feel free to contact us at partnership@uigrammatic.com. This concludes my presentation for today. Thank you very much for your attention and participation. I would like to give back to Caroline.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sabrina, for the very comprehensive and insightful presentation. Distinguished participants, before we begin the Q&A session, we would like to play a short video introducing UI Green Metrics services and global reach. And while the video is playing, we invite you to prepare to submit your questions through the Q&A feature. We will address them immediately after the video concludes. Dear participants, thank you for the questions you have submitted. We truly appreciate your engagement and participation. Joining us today for this Q&A session is Dr. Rahmi Eshum MSc as the Manager of Operations, Data, and Service Development of UI Green Metric. Not only contributing in UI Green Metric, Dr. Rahmi is also an assistant professor in the Department of Library and Information Science, Faculty of Humanities, Universitas Indonesia. Her research focuses on human information behavior, particularly in disaster contexts, and extends to embodied and sensory information interaction, crisis informatics, documentation studies, metadata, and computational and quantitative approaches to information research. She leads the AI and Big Data-based Cultural Heritage Information System Research Group from 2025 to 2029. Directing research agendas and fostering interdisciplinary collaboration to strengthen the documentation, preservation, and dissemination of Indonesia's cultural heritage. She also contributes as a member of the Faculty Academic Senate, supporting policy development, curriculum review, and research integrity, and also inclusive governance. She earned her MSc in 2015 and PhD in 2019 from the University of Tsubaka, Japan, and has received several competitive international grants and fellowships, including the JASO Follow-up Research Fellowship, Interdisciplinary Doctoral. She will be assisting us in addressing your questions. Before we begin, a few quick notes. The first one, for everyone who asks about the materials and recording, the presentation slides will be shared with you, so please make sure to fill out the form provided in the chat feature. The session recording will also be uploaded to our official YouTube channel shortly after the event. And the second one is, due to time limitations, we will only be able to address approximately the first 10 questions during the session. However, if your questions is not covered, please don't worry, you are most welcome to send it to the email address shared in the Zoom chat, and our team will be gladly to follow up with you. Thank you for your understanding. Let us begin the Q&A session. I will read each question aloud, and Dr. Rahmi, alongside with Ms. Sabrina, will assist in responding. Okay, so for the first question, let us see. For the first question, okay. We have the first question from Dr. Edessa Flordelis. And the question goes, may I humbly ask if there is a possibility for the UI International Workshop to be conducted in an Asian country in the coming years? I will give this question to be answered by Dr. Rahmi or Ms. Sabrina.
Go ahead. Pardon? From who?
Could you please repeat your question? Sorry.
Okay, so the question is from Dr. Edessa Flordelis. May I humbly ask if there is a possibility for the U in the coming years?
For the Asian
country, international workshop for the Asian country for the coming years. I think we have we still find the host, but we will inform you if we have the final host for the international workshop in Asia. For now, we our event for international workshop is in Germany.
I may add that answer.
Yeah.
So for example, the UI Grand Metric Results and Awards 2025 were also hosted in Taiwan, right? So yes, UI Grand Metric has a very strong network in Asia and several major activities that have been already hosted in ASEAN countries. For example, in 2021, in 2021 and in 2022, there is an international workshop was hosted by Malaysia and also in Taiwan, if I'm not mistaken. So there is certainly a possibility for the UI Grand Metric International Workshop to be conducted in ASEAN country in the coming years, but future host countries will depend on coordination with partner universities and readiness to host and the overall annual program plan. So if your university wants to host the international workshop, then we are very happy to welcome and just contact our secretariat to do the offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sabrina and Dr. Rahmi, for the answers. Let's move on to the next question. We have a question from Dr. Eduardo Fabela, and the question goes, regarding the definition of leaders in a university, particularly females, Does it cover both faculty and other administrative employees? And does it also extend to include consultants and supervisors or head and assistants? I will give it up to Dr. Rahmi.
Thank you very much for the questions, Dr. Eduardo Fabela. For these indicators, leaders means institutional leaders and deputy leaders at different level of the university. And this also may include leaders at the university level, the faculty level, the program level, and the university level units. So it can include both academic and administrative leadership positions, as long as they are formally recognized by your institutions. For example, rector or president, vice rector, dean, vice dean, head of department, head of the study program, director, head of office, and head of the university level unit that may be included. And for consultant, supervisor, head, assistant, the key question is whether they hold a formal leadership or deputy leadership positions in the university structure. If they are officially appointed and included in the institutional structure, they may be counted. If they are external consultant or temporary support staff without formal leadership authority, it is better not to count them. So the formula is simple: the number of female leaders divided by the total institutional leaders multiplied by 100. For example, if your university has 40 institutional leaders and 18 of them are women, the female leadership ratio is 45%. I hope that answers your questions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rahmi, for the answer. And we will move on to the next question, which is from Dr. Bahadir Yuldashov. And the question goes, hello, could you please confirm whether it is acceptable to use electricity consumption data covering the period from May 2025 to May 2026 for reporting purposes? Thank you for your guidance.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Bahadir. Yes, electricity consumption data from May 2025 to May 2026 can be used because it covers a full 12 months period. So this is acceptable as a rolling 12 months reference period. For example, if your university reports electricity consumptions from May 2025 to May 2026, please make sure the related population data, such as students and staff, and included the students and staff, and it's also taken from clear and aligned reference period. And this is important because the electricity is calculated in relations to campus populations, for example, in kWh per person. So the key point is to use the period consistently, as I said before in the previous questions, and explain the evidence very clearly, provide the supporting evidence such as monthly electricity bills, energy reports, or maybe official facility records. I hope that answers your questions, Professor.
Thank you, Dr. Rahmi. We will move on to the next question. And the next question is from Dr. Kadir Chaliskan. The question goes, should we provide our evidence covering the period from June 2025 to June 2026, or is it required to use January 1 to December 31st, 2025? Can the data ranges vary across different categories? For example, could we submit January to December 2025 for energy and climate, while using June 2025 to June 2026 for transportation? Thank you. I will give it up to Dr. Rahmi to answer.
This is very interesting questions, Professor Kadir Chaliskan. Thank you. You are not required to use only January 1st to December 31st, 2025. You may use a full 12-month reference period, either a calendar year, such as January to December 2025, or a rolling 12-month period, such as June 2035 to June 2026. And ideally, the reporting period should be the same across related indicators, because it makes the data easier to compare and verify. So if there is different categories have different data cycle, yeah, you can state the period clearly in each evidence, but for the reviewer to review your submissions, you should clearly state that, for example, if energy and climate change uses January to December 2025, while transportation use June 2025 to June 2026, please explain very clearly, and also make sure that the ratio-based indicators use aligned data. So for example, electricity consumption per person should use electricity data and populations data from the same or clearly aligned periods. I hope that answer your questions, Professor.
Thank you, Dr. Rahmi, for the answer, and we will move on to the next question. And the next question is from Dr. Pelin Akchil. I hope I pronounced that right. The question goes, you mentioned that the education criteria supports sustainable practices. How heavily do student-led sustainability initiatives and student representation factor into the overall scoring compared to the administrative or top-down infrastructure changes? I would also like to know when we will be able to receive the aforementioned presentation after filling out the form. If I may answer the last question, you will receive the presentation immediately after you fill out the form. And for the first question, I will give it up to Dr. Rahmi to answer.
Okay, thank you for your questions, Dr. Pelin. So student-led sustainability initiatives, yeah, I think it's very important, especially in the education and research category. The category of education and research consists of 13% of the total score, and one specific indicators gives 150 points for sustainability related activities organized by students' organizations. For example, if students' organizations run waste campaign or maybe climate action workshop or biodiversity project or any other community service programs, this can support the score if they are well documented. The scoring increases with the number of the activities. For example, 1 to 5 activities until more than 20 activities per year. However, your university, based on the UI Grand Matrix assessment, also assess the infrastructure and institutional systems such as transportations, water, or maybe governance. So the student initiatives are important, but they work best when combined with university level policies and facilities. So yeah, I hope that answer your questions regarding the presentations. As Carol said, that we will share it. If you fill out the form, then you can easily get the presentations. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rahmi. We will move on to the next question, which is from Dr. Aina. Okay, so the question from Dr. Aina Zakibekova is, thank you for the webinar. I am Aina, writing from the University of Central Asia in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. We have 3 quick questions regarding our upcoming submission. Perhaps we will try to answer the first two questions. The first question is about cross-border multi-campus scope. And the question goes, can we submit consolidated data for two of our main campuses located in different countries? The first one is Narin in Kyrgyzstan and Korog, and the second one is Korog in Tajikistan, under a single profile. If yes, how will this affect our assessment regarding country-specific baselines or national rankings? I will give it up to Dr. Rahmi to answer.
Just two questions, right? Okay, so thank you, Aina, Dr. Aina, for the questions, and greetings to the University of Central Asia in Bishkek. So for the first questions, if the Narin campus in Kyrgyzstan and Korog campus in Tajikistan are both part of the same university, it may be possible to submit them under one institutional profile. So you can report the number of campus sites clearly and include evidence for both campuses, such as campus maps, facilities, or activity locations. And since this is the border case, we also recommend confirming the profile arrangement with the Secretariat, especially for how it will appear in country-specific listings. And for the second questions, yes, it is best to use one consistent 12-month reporting period whenever possible. So we do understand that mountain campuses may have different operational and seasonal data cycle. If a unified timeline is not available, you can clearly state in the reporting period used by each department or campus. So for example, energy data from April 2025 to April 2026. And for transportation's data, you can use June 2025 to June 2026. And this is the most important point because the transparency and consistency within each indicators. So yes, I hope that answered your questions. For the third question, should I answer or not?
Yes, sure, you may answer it, Dr.
Okay. So for the third questions, according to alignment SDGs evidence, you can provide both summary and detailed verifications. A high level statement alone is not usually enough, but you can include the evidence in the table or maybe in the program name, campus, date, or period, and if available, or evidence link or photos. So for example, community-based water conservation training in Korog campus in March 2026, linked to SDG 6 to SDGs 13, 120 participants, and the evidence is activity report and photos. Yeah, I think that should be enough for that kind of the evidence. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rahmi, for the answer. We will move on to I believe this is the 7th or the 8th question. And this is from Dr. Muhammad Jahangir Khan. The question goes, hi, I appreciate the detailed session. Once the university submitted the data, what are the direct or indirect evaluation mechanisms adopted by UI Green Metric ranking during the evaluation process? Thank you for your kind guidance in advance. I will give it up to Dr. Rahmi to answer.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Muhammad Jahangir Khan. After universities submit their data, the evaluations is conducted through indicator-based scoring and evidence review. Each indicator has its own score, and the score are then weighted by category. So for example, energy and climate change contributes to 20%. The waste, the waste category contributes 17%, transportation 17%, and educations and research 13%, and the remaining categories contribute 11% each. And the review also check whether the evidence is clear, complete, consistent when you submitted the data. So for example, your university reports your renewable energy use, The evidence may include energy reports, photos, technical documents, or any electricity productions data. So if the evidence missing or unclear, the score for that item may be reduced. Yeah, I hope that answer your questions, Professor.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Rahmi. And we will move on to the 9th question, which is, this is from an anonymous attendee, but we believe that this is quite interesting to be discussed. The question goes, can you explain on what do you mean by green jobs? I will invite Dr. Rahmi and Ms. Sabrina to answer this question.
Green jobs. Okay. So for the green jobs, I think it's already written in our guideline. So the green jobs are decent jobs that help preserve or restore the environment. They may be in traditional sectors such as constructions or manufacturing, or in the newer sectors such as renewable energy, energy efficiency, waste management, or maybe environmental services. So for example, your graduates are working as sustainability officers or renewable energy engineers or consultants in environmental, that might be counted as having green jobs. So for the reporting, please provide the number of graduates with green jobs in the last 3 years and compare it with the total number of graduates in the same period. So I think you can refer to our guideline that publicly provide in our website. It's the guideline also written in 6 languages, if I'm not mistaken. So you can check our guideline for further information about the green jobs in our website.
Maybe I would like to add about green job. About green job, it's important to note that green job is not limited to technical or environmental position. For example, like someone working in finance, administration, human resources, communication, or management can also be considered part of a green job ecosystem if they work for an organization, NGO, company, or institution whose core activity contribute to the sustainability and environmental goals. Within the UI Grammatic context, green job may include position, program, or initiative that help reduce environmental impact, improve resource efficient, and support sustainable development both on campus and in society. Maybe, yes.
Noted. Thank you so much, Dr. Rahmi and Ms. Sabrina, for the answer. And we will go to our last question, which is from Dr. Ilham Allahyane. The question goes, before everything, thank you so much for this insightful presentation. I would like to ask if there are any good practices that should be taken into consideration while filling the evidence. I will give it out.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Ilham, for your questions on good practices for evidence. The past evidence is clear, specific, and easy to verify. Also, please avoid uploading only general photos without explanations. So for a good evidence file should include the indicator code, the short descriptions, date, period, locations, responsible unit, number or percentage, and supporting documents. You can find more in our website, the example of the evidence, the good evidence. So for example, energy and climate change number 1, or number 1 that explain about LED, lightning replacement. For example, in the main library, January to December 2025, for example, you use the LED lamps, around 1,000 lamps. covering 80% of total lightning. The evidence is inventory table and photos. So for the link, I think there are so many questions about the links. Should we store in publicly access link, or you can just use Google Drive? So I think for file, please use the PDF format and keep each file within 2 megabytes. So all descriptions should be in English, or include an English translations if the original document is in another language, and you can use the Google Drive link. I hope that answer your questions, Professor Ilham.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rahmi and Ms. Sabrina. With that, we conclude our Q&A session. We apologize for all the questions that goes unanswered due to time constraints, but please don't worry because you can still always submit your questions. Thank you once again to all of our participants, especially to our facilitators, Ms. Sabrina Hikmah Ramadianti, SSE, and Dr. Rahmi S. Hum, MSJ, for the valuable insights shared today. Before we conclude, allow me to share a few important reminders. The first one is data submission for the UI Green Metric Sustainable University Rankings 2026 is currently open and will remain open from 26 February to 30 June 2026. And second one, for institutions participating for the first time, please feel free to contact us via our email at support@uigreenmetric.com. For further inquiries, kindly use the following contact channels to help us respond more efficiently. For questionnaire, technical support, data submission, and other related inquiries, you can email us at support@uigreenmetric.com. For visits, collaborations, self-services, partnerships, and other external affairs, you can email us at partnership@uigreenmetric.com. And the third one, you may also visit our official website at uigreenmetric.com for more information. Additionally, for universities seeking to further improve their performance, we offer the UI Green Metric consultation package, which is a tailored support service designed to help campuses to implement practical sustainability strategies based on our 7 criteria. We warmly invite your institution to join the service and collaborate with our experts. Before we officially close, we kindly invite you to scan the QR code displayed on your screen to confirm your attendance. The QR code will be displayed by our operator. And hence, after you confirm your attendance through this QR code, you will receive your e-certificate as well as today's presentation materials. You may also stay connected with us through our official social media channels, accessible via the QR code provided. We hope today's session has inspired your institution to continue moving forward to building a greener, smarter, and more responsible campus. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you very much for your participation. We look forward to seeing you in the rankings. Here is the QR code displayed, and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sabrina, and also Ms. Caroline, and all of the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rahmi.
Thank you, Ms. Sabrina, Dr. Rahmi, and to all distinguished participants.